Welcome to another episode of Little Truth. As always, I'm your host, VX Bad Boy, and today we're going to talk about end of days. Stay tuned. So, as I said, we're talking about end of days, and I'm going to start with something personal. Um, Financially, we're taking a massive hit. Unemployment stopped. So, in the next couple of weeks, I'm still trying to do my best to make videos and upload podcasts. But YouTube and even the audio podcast really hasn't panned out so well. Like, I don't even have anywhere near the subscribers. So, there's no income to keep this channel going. We're probably going to lose everything, starting with the bills. Rent is covered, but if you don't have electricity and water and gas, they essentially have to kick you out because you can't pass a CO. Now, you might be able to pull it off, but how long will you live if you can't cook and you can't store food? Unfortunately, there's not enough money in the house at this point to cover it. I wish there was. I was kind of trying to start this and start a few other things, but I mean, so far it hasn't panned out. Now, I started at Instacart. I started Shipt, and I'm waiting to hear back from Lyft because physically I really can't do anything else. I have two giant golf balls on the back of my heels that prevent me from being on my feet for longer than an hour without collapsing, straight. So work is not really an option that requires a lot of standing. Well, Ubering and Lyfting and Shipt and Instacart doesn't require a lot of standing. Most of it's sitting down and driving, which I love to do anyway. So hopefully they pan out and make enough money to cover the rest of the bills and then keep the power on and the water and the gas and the gas in the car. So for those of you who are also going through the similar struggle and know how you feel, because if nothing happens by the end of October, we'll be in the hole, and the bills will start talking about cutting us off. They're not behind right now, but every time they get a month behind, they try cutting us off. At least that's my experience with these companies. Should try Instacart. Should try Shipt. SHIPT. Lyft. It really isn't that difficult to do the job. I used to drive for Uber. Uber just won't do a background check again, or I'll be back to work for Uber. It looks like Lyft will do the background check. So if they do it and I pass, then I'll be back lifting. If not, Instacart and Shipt. I don't know. I love to drive. I wish I could be doing this while driving, just to prove a point. And I do understand that, some people don't have the stomach for this. I was speaking to my mother yesterday, and I was telling her about, she could come on and the problem with people that are afraid or uncomfortable, however you want to put it, and don't want to come on, and no pun intended in there, they don't want to be seen, never mind heard. So my mother and I were talking about it, and she doesn't want to be seen either. And a few other publications she's dealt with, she didn't want her face anywhere, and I could understand that. But I told people they can do audio only as well. I mean, you guys just want to hear the conversation and the back and forth, just like I do. But some people just don't have it in them to do this. I had my reservations, and you know what made me change my mind? Something I keep trying to teach my son and teach others. It's very simple. FUKITOL. It's that simple. You have to make the conscious decision that I just don't care. And not in the same sense where you give up on life. I'm not talking about quitting. Not at all. What I'm talking about is the simplest way I can put it. You do something I don't like, I just don't care, and I walk away. The best way I can explain it, my son's mother and I used to fight all the time, and everything she said and did pissed me off. I mean, it got to a point where if she said hello to me, I took offense to it because I thought she was up to something. There was a major trust issue, still is. But I came to the conclusion that whatever. So I put it in the simplest terms, and I think I mentioned this once before. My son's mother has child support from me. And I don't believe and or trust for one fucking second that she's spending it on our child the way she's supposed to. In all truth, that I think it's $320 now. The $320 a month I give her in child support belongs solely on the child. I don't believe, and I still don't to this day believe, that she solely spends that $320 on him at all. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter. I did the right thing. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's an old sentence, an old saying I taught my son, and I taught his best friend, and I guess an actual adult understands this. It's really simple. I owe you an apology. I must say sorry. You, however, do not have to accept said apology. That's up to you. But my heart and soul are clean because I came clean for what I did wrong. That simple. So, the same thing applies here, is that I may not be happy with what she's doing with that money. I may not believe she's doing the right thing with that money. It doesn't matter. I did the right thing for my son. What she does at that point is on her soul, not mine. So then it stopped being such a petty subject. And again, I said, fuck it. It used to be real harsh to deal with because she would say some really foul shit. And I mean, things like, I'm going to take you to court, I'm going to take him away from you, I'm going to lock you up, all this other stuff. And it got like real on my mind, like every time she spoke, she was going to make it happen. I don't know how to explain it. It's how it felt until reality set in. And when reality set in, she's nothing but talk. She can't do shit. And what I mean by that is, just because you can say, oh, I'm going to blow your house up, or I'm going to buy you a book, that doesn't mean you can. Those are just words. So, well, unfortunately for her, and fortunately for me, she's nothing but hot air. And that I'm not even making fun. Like, I'm not even picking on her. Her words mean nothing because she can't do anything. She's not God. She cannot snap her fingers and make something happen. She has to go through a process just like everyone else. And there's no guarantee that at the end of that process, she's going to be successful. So So it's like, wait a minute. She can't do shit. Even if she calls the cops, they can't do anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm getting all worked up for someone with no power. Wow. That's fucking weird. So I'll put that together. And on top of the fact is, I have rights as my son's father. So anyway, with all these little things combined, it became, FUKITOL. Because it is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be. There's an old thing I believe in. When I die, where I go, I'm meant to be. And I am not one to judge. So it is what it is. No matter how much you fight fate, you're powerless to defend yourself against fate. Fate will tell you, you can only avoid me but for so long. I'm coming for you, and that's the end of it. So why go, oh my God, how do I get out of this? You're asking, how do you defeat fate? Do you hear that silliness? For that, you might say, how do you beat God? I want to win against him. And even just saying that out loud, I'm like, ew. So you can allow yourself to be overwhelmed by things you cannot control. I know I'm dragging this out, but someone told me once, if you can't reach it, it's not in your 360, which is 360 degrees, the length of your arms, in a complete circle. If you cannot reach it within that 360, then why are you stressing about it? And their point was, if something's out of your reach, no matter what it is, money, girls, cars, heartache, pain, suffering, Chinese monkey, bananas, it doesn't matter what it is. It's out of your reach. Why are you beating yourself up or getting angry over something you can't reach? And I'm not talking about stuff that, like this can of soda here, is in my reach, so I can grab it. But the door handle over there is not in my reach. I can't get upset because it's literally out of my reach. Now we can try to do things to get it into reach, or just accept that it's out of reach. See, the biggest problem with people's stress and pain and aggravation is really a simple thing. Acceptance. You have to learn acceptance before you can move on. I know it's a big word and people don't know what it means anymore because it's like a taboo. Ooh. Now, I'll explain it to you and why it's so important to have acceptance. That was my phone. My father was taking his blood sugar. My father was a diabetic and in really bad shape. So, yep, he's 80. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, that's how important my father is to me, that my phone's connected to his blood tester for blood sugar. So, it was taught to me that since it's out of reach, there's no point in overwhelming yourself to the point of insanity for something you can't control. Now, if it's something you can control, all right, be upset. But guess what? Little secret. Anything you can control is in your reach. which means you won't be spazzing out about it because you've got control over it. We only spaz out on things we cannot control. So, it's up to you what you want to do. At FUK, ITOL is the answer to all your troubles. But you have to have, like I said, acceptance. You need FUK, you need acceptance, and once you have those two, the rest fall into place. Like, whatever. It is what it is. My son, he didn't want to see me for the entire weekend. Even though he knew it was going to be 3 weeks before we saw each other again. That's what he wanted. And there was nothing I could do about it without crossing lines. Because he is 12 years old. I can make him come here. I can make him do anything I want. That is the perk of being a parent and a father. But for 3 weeks, I left him alone. It was the longest 3 weeks of my life. But I can't control how he feels. Only he can. So any attempts to do anything about it would be trying to control how he feels. So I had to have acceptance to that fact that it's how he feels. And I can't stick my head into that. I mean, I can talk to him, but I can't force him. So it's out of my reach to control him. It's in my reach to have a conversation, try to come to some understanding. If you want to know what happened, ask me in the comments and I'll go in deeper, but I haven't continued this. So, acceptance of that he has feelings and he has choices, he can make them, and I gave him the freedom to do so. It took a lot of acceptance. The fact that his mother won't talk to him and try to see what's wrong is another thing I had to accept, that she's not going to get involved because she doesn't care whether he comes here or not. It benefits her that he doesn't. So, of course, she's not going to convince him to come here or talk to him about coming here. And I don't care what she says. The truth of the matter is, if you care about the child, then you care about what's going on and how to fix it. And for you to take the side burner on it or just forget it, you don't want to go, okay, I'm not going to make you, or I can't make you, or I can't force you. We're not going to get into that one again, because I'm still want to punch her in the head over that one. But push that part to the side. So she's not willing to get involved. I can't make her get involved and do her job as a parent. So I have to have acceptance of I'm in this on my own. There is no parenting. There is no joint. It is just singular. Even though from this side of the table, when he has problems with his mother, I try to sit him down and work through them with him the best that we can. Like, she calls, let me talk to him. There'll be times he doesn't want to. She calls, when's he coming home? He doesn't want to go back to her. And I convince him to do so by parenting him properly. Like, dude, your mother deserves time with you too. So how can we make this work? Oh, she's going to do this, she's going to do that. Well, talk to her and tell her, listen, if you're going to continue this, I'm not going to talk to you and I'm going to stay in my room. Talk to her and tell her what's bothering you. And we can go from there. So she doesn't do that though. He'd rather cop out and say, I'm not going to make him. I can't make him. Like, there'd be times I ask her to put him on the phone or tell him pick it up. I can't make him talk to you. Yeah, you can. You know how I know you can? Because when she calls and doesn't want to talk, he doesn't want to talk to her, like, boy, talk to your mother. Okay. And he talks to his mother. It's that simple. It's called parenting. Few people disliked and have commented on my parenting videos. They don't got the courage to do it as a comment so we can go back and forth, but they said it to me. You know what? I don't give a shit. It's very simple. Okay? I shouldn't force my child to go to his mother's or come here. That is 100% correct. And I support that statement wholly. But it is my job as his father to work through it. I should be trying to get him to understand right and wrong about going to his mother because she deserves time and helping him through whatever's bothering him. I'm not just supposed to go, okay, have fun in the corner, see you later, and then fuck off. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. See, people want to argue with me about parenting, but my child is proof of said parenting. Okay, my child is smart, he's independent, he's a bit of a smartass, and he's one tough SOB that sometimes I don't even want to mess with because he's starting to get tougher than me. All I know is that my son knows his ABCs of life. Now, what does he choose to do with them is another story. Do you think she gives two shits? Not really. At least not in her own actions, because she doesn't help him through his issues. She just leaves him in a corner to deal with them himself. He's 12 fucking years old. It is our job from the day he was born to the day he turns 18 to help him through his issues. I don't think we should be letting our children deal with their own issues until they're at least 16. Once they turn 16, it's a different story. They're a bit more mature and ready to at least try to figure out their problem and then later on come to you and ask you for advice. 12? He doesn't know if he likes chocolate or vanilla yet. He doesn't know if he likes boys or girls yet. He doesn't know what he wants to be. A basketball player, a rocket scientist, it's a cheeseburger or a french fry. He doesn't have anything in stone or even close to stone right now. His favorite color used to be green, then it was blue, then it was purple, now it's purplish, then it's violet, then it's turquoise. When he settles on a favorite color, that's when he's ready to make decisions about his own life through us. Meaning, I want to go to play basketball. I don't think so. How about football? Go on. We have the final say on the decision, but he makes the decision. But he ain't ready for that yet because he hasn't settled on a freaking color. The simplest idea. What's your favorite color? And it changes, so therefore, you ain't ready yet. It's gotta be your favorite color in your transition. What I mean by in your transition, when you go from one year to the other, there's a transition between that time where the maturity shows of the age. So, if he can hold the favorite color for over a year, 1 to 2 years straight, that's probably his favorite color, and he's ready to start making decisions for himself. I'm sorry that sounds stupid, but look at it the right way. If he can't even pick a fucking color, then how can he pick anything else? He'll say, oh, I want to be a basketball player. Go play basketball. Oh, I wish I was playing soccer or football. Oh, okay, you just fucked up the whole game, dude. So, we have to start with small. Is blue your favorite color? Is red? Is green? One of these your favorite color? He likes this. He thinks this is cool. Oh, wrong camera. Sorry, boys and girls. I'll put it on that camera. this is what he likes. And I do as well. That's why I have this. And this. Anyway, the point is, he likes what I like, which almost seems to be just follow me, so he doesn't like his own thing. So when he likes his own thing, then, you know, we can say, yes, you are ready. But until then, you're not ready. Sorry. It's tough to hear. Trust me, I wish he was ready. I don't want him out on his own. Like, I don't want him to leave. He can stay as long as he wants. But I want him to have the choice and be ready to make that choice. Because if he's not ready to make that choice, it can be the end. So, I'll do my best to continue making videos until I can no longer make them, and I will inform you best I can that I can't make any more for a while because I got to sell everything I own and find somewhere else to live. Put my father in a home. I don't want him in a home. No matter how angry he makes me, no matter how he makes me want to rip his fucking throat out, I don't want him in a home. There's a silly saying I go by, only I have a right to kill you because you're family. He'll die in a nursing home. He'll die of, for lack of a better term, a broken heart. And for those of you who think that doesn't exist, look it up. People can die of a broken heart. And for those of you who believe it and know it, good on you. Try not to let that happen. I can't. I don't want him to do that. That's just no way to die. My hands around his throat? Maybe. But bump. It's coming because since unemployment stopped and finding a job isn't easy, especially when it makes enough money, it's a problem. Hopefully you guys have something to say so we can get this going on back and forth. This is like my 200th video and little to no conversation with anyone. I don't mind the talk. I don't mind the conversation. I definitely don't mind the comments. By all means, say what you gotta say. I just ask one thing, be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. You be disrespectful, I'm gonna return the favor. And even though I don't have any teeth in my mouth, I still have some fucking bite. And the last thing you want me to do is bite you. So, please do me a favor, subscribe, like, dislike, get this thing going, finally, 200 episodes later. I started this last year, I think March or April, might even been May. So, it's basically been over a year. I don't know. I did it again. This stupid thing. Oops. I keep turning this stupid thing off. There you is. Okay. Now let's see why this ain't working. It says connected, but it's not doing nothing. Whatever. We'll stick with this one. We're done for the night because it's 6:35 in the morning. So on that note, please subscribe, like or dislike, comment. I don't care how much comments you make. I will do my best to get back to each and every one of you. Stay tuned for the rest of my wish videos because I have a shitload of stuff coming in. Just ain't here yet. Only like 4 or 5 things are here. Hopefully before Friday, a lot more come in and we can do more. But we will see. Stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to my next Wednesday episode. I'm going to do my best to stay up on both episodes. The Wish videos are based on when the things show up, if they show up. That's why I'm a week off with the Wish videos. But I have one from last Friday I did, and I'll be making another one with whatever shows up for this Friday. So stay tuned on that one. Peace.